Welcome back. So we are doing another different faces challenge with Anne Boleyn. I decided to make these a little bit quicker, but we're gonna go through all the different Anne Boleyns, basically my favorite depictions of her in media. This first one is probably one of the most well known. It's Natalie Dormer from the Tudors, which she does have blue eyes, but I feel like her hair in the Tudors, it starts off kind of blackish, but there's some red tones to it, and by the end, I feel like they added enough that her hair was almost auburn, which would, I feel, be more appropriate a hair color for her, judging by her siblings, and also the fact that her daughter has red hair. Just because her dad had red hair, that's not gonna override brown. I mean, maybe, but her mom was Elizabeth Howard. They're well known for being kind of fair. Thomas Howard's a little bit rougher, but for the most part, it just makes more sense in my, like, just genetically for me that she's a redhead, but she's often not a redhead in portrayals. So I went with brown in this one, and I want to pick out like a reddy brown hair, because I know that Puglet has some shades, but this is just me trying to get the basic face shape. I did struggle with this because Natalie Dormer has kind of an asymmetrical mouth, and I don't have a slider for that, which is very depressing for me. That's deeply depressing. Because you can't do like where it folds in on the top, you can't do it asymmetrical. If you know where those sliders might be, or are interested in making them, definitely let me know, because I'll be all over that. Like, no question. Sliders are an obsession for me. So I was really just trying to get, her eyebrows right. They were kind of a little bit challenging. Yeah, it didn't take me super long. I think this video was actually 18 minutes. I made it a little bit shorter, again, I just want to make them a little bit shorter for you guys to watch, because I know it's mostly just me babbling anyways, and I can babble in 10 minutes just as easily as I can for 20. So yeah, I was trying to get her eyelids right. That's always something that bugs me, when the eyelids aren't perfect, because they just look terrible. I'm not 100% happy with that skin tone. Now that I look at it, it looks a little bit dark for Natalie Dormer. She was very pale when she was in the Tudors. But I also hate giving them all the same exact skin tone. So I'm trying to use different ones. But it's just, all of them are very, very pale, which is the Tudor aesthetic, and I get it, but like, Day is very, very, very pale. I'm just kind of still messing with the eyes a little bit. Nose, I don't think I struggled too much with her nose in particular. But, just lots of little subtle changes here. I didn't have to get too carried away, I don't think. Her nose is actually fairly straight, which not all of them are. Yeah, I wasn't actually gonna do this challenge because it didn't seem like the Catherines were very popular, but then the genetic challenge that I did, everybody really seemed to enjoy, so I'm gonna do another one of those with the Anne Boleyns. I'm probably gonna do all of the wives. And I've also thought about doing a bit of a separate episode where I do all of the potential brides that were put forward for Henry, because there were other women that were set forward for him. Eleanor of Austria, I think Amelia of Cleves, Marie de Guise, guys, I can't say that word, but you know what I'm talking about. There was Christina Denmark, who famously is like, if I had two heads, sure, but I don't, so that's a no from me, which is iconic. Like, we love to see it. She was smart. This is me absolutely upset about the mouth. Like, I'm trying, but I'm like so upset that I can't make it asymmetrical, because that is like a very well-known Natalie Dormer feature. Like, she has kind of a little smirky mouth. It's very cute, but I couldn't do it, so I moved on. But emotionally, I was very distressed. And I was already kind of thinking ahead to how I was going to dress her, because I already knew I did not have the appropriate headwear, because the Tudors love to spite me. I mean, I feel like their favorite thing to do was to take a headband and then put little pearls stuck on wires straight up around it. I don't know why that's how they decided to interpret a hood, but they did, and that is something we all must deal with now. And I just don't get it. I don't get it. It does not even look good. And I mean, I kind of get it. I know they were trying to make the French hood sexy or whatever, but come on. It looked cheap. It looked terrible. I was offended. I'm just trying to get her profile right now, which obviously knows how to come out. Chin was a little bit harder. Like, I couldn't get it super exact, which was bugging me. And her face just doesn't look right without the mouth. Like, it looks wrong to me, which annoys me. So I'm just, like, going back and, like, trying to tweak her face a little bit just to really get everything else, like, super on point. Because I know that I can't do the mouth. I'm just sitting whine about the mouth for the next 5 minutes, I swear. But yeah, I had a lot of fun, and I really enjoy Body Shop. It's funny because I hate CAS in Sims 4. I'm not good at it. I can't make Sims the way that I can in The Sims 2. But I've always really enjoyed Body Shop. I've always been... That's one of the things that I did in addition to making pets when I first started sharing things, was I would make Sims. Like I did William the Conqueror and things like that, and I got pretty good at it, I would say, and it's just something that I really enjoy doing. It's very finicky, exacting work, and so that's something that I appreciate. I like to really get into detail. Her face is looking a lot better here. It was just little tweaks, but it was necessary. I gave up, finally, on the mouth, and it was like, alright, we need to find a hair. And I knew, because it was the Tudors, it had to be hair down, because that's what they love to do to me. Again, I'm just, ugh. I don't know why. I thought about putting her hair up, because I was like, well, there's pearls. But I didn't do it. I can't remember. I know I picked a flowy hair, and I'm pretty sure it's kind of red tone. But I don't remember which particular flowy hair I picked. She actually suits quite a few different hairs, so it was kind of a struggle for me. She does. She suits a lot of different hairs. Not that one, though. So I was just like, what am I going to put on her? I really like that short curly one, I'm not going to lie. I thought about it, and I'm like, alright, you're going too far. Too far. I have a lot of hair. I don't even use half this hair, I swear. Like that little ponytail thing, I don't use it, but I could use it, potentially. So I don't get rid of it. And there goes my hair. I forgot to turn the air off. Oh well. I'm pretty sure I actually go with this hair, which is not as red as I would have appreciated. But it's fine. It's fine. It fits the Tudors. This is me sitting here going, am I really gonna do this? Am I really gonna do this? Am I really gonna do this? And then I was trying to pull, like, reference images to make sure that that looked right. And then, of course, we have to pick out some sort of tiara, because heaven forbid we have a show about the royals without some kind of ridiculous headgear on at all times. I kind of struggled with her, though, because I knew I wanted to give her a necklace. I didn't want to do the Boleyn bee on all of them, just because it's a little annoying. It's very cliche, too, and that's not all she wore, so why would I do that? Like, she also wore an AB one, she wore just regular jewelry. I don't know. Well, that reminds me, the other day, I didn't read it because just the headline was so enraging that I just didn't want to look at it. I don't know too much about David Starkey, but there was an article about how he said women turn historical dramas into, like, ridiculous, over-the-top, modern fan. Like, I don't know, it was off-putting. And I don't know what that is. Like, now I kind of want to... I've heard of David Starkey. I haven't read any of his particular books. Like, I know he's in the Tudor realm, but I am kind of particular about what Tudor books I read, because people like Philippa Gregory exist, and it makes me sad. Alright, so I finally found a crown that kind of fit the shape of mostly what she wore. We're just picking out some jewelry now, and then we're going to pick out a dress. Oh, I kept changing the crown, I forgot that. I couldn't decide, and then I'm like, what if I just do Game of Thrones? She was in Game of Thrones. But we're basically towards the end now. As always, I really appreciate any comments or suggestions or maybe things that you want to see me do next. I really do enjoy a good challenge, especially like build challenges, sim challenges, things like that. I know I've got a couple more of these already recorded, so we're definitely going to see more of Anne Boleyn, and then of course at the end we're going to see the genetic challenge of Henry and all of his Anne Boleyns. So thank you guys so much for watching, and yeah, I'm going to see you in the next one. Whatever that is.